Hey everyone, welcome back to SynthePulse. So, you've probably been wondering, or maybe even panicking, about the massive wave of AI tools hitting the creative world. Tools like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and ChatGPT seem to pop up overnight, cranking out beautiful art and polished text in seconds. The big scary question on everyone's mind is, will AI truly replace artists and writers? Is our creativity obsolete? I get asked this all the time, and honestly, the answer is way more interesting than a simple yes or no. I dove deep into the research for this one, and the surprising truth is that AI isn't here to steal our jobs. It's here to fundamentally change them. We're moving into a golden age of human-AI collaboration. This isn't just about the AI in creative industries. It's about defining what creativity means in the 21st century. Seriously, grab a cup of coffee because we're going on a 15-minute journey to decode this anxiety and discover why you might be more valuable than ever. The panic versus the reality. Why everyone is asking this question. Let's be real, the panic is understandable. When a technology can generate a photorealistic image or a flawless 1,000-word article based on a 2-sentence prompt, it feels like magic, and it feels like doom for anyone whose livelihood relies on those skills. We see headlines shouting about mass unemployment in graphic design and editorial content. But the reality is much more nuanced. The current hype cycle is focusing on what AI can automate, not what it can't orchestrate. AI is excellent at synthesizing existing data, optimizing known styles, and executing tasks based on clear parameters. It's a marvelous mimic. However, creation is more than just mimicry. Defining replacement, automation versus augmentation. When we talk about AI replacing a job, we often conflate automation with true job displacement. Automation takes over tedious, repetitive tasks. Augmentation enhances a worker's ability to perform complex tasks faster and better. Here's how it breaks down for creatives. Automation. AI can generate 50 variations of a logo font, write standard procedural instructions, or color correct 1,000 photos instantly. These are the tasks AI will definitely eat up. Augmentation empowers a single artist to handle the workload of 5, or allows a writer to bypass the dreaded blank page syndrome and focus on complex plot development and emotional resonance. The artist is still the conductor, the director, and the visionary. Think of it like the calculator. Did the calculator replace mathematicians? No, it replaced tedious manual calculations, allowing mathematicians to solve exponentially more complex problems. That's exactly the paradigm shift we're seeing in the future of creativity. The unbeatable human element, what AI can't do yet. This is where human creatives can breathe a sigh of relief. There are several core creative functions that current AI struggles immensely with, and these are the skills we should be honing right now. Intent, context, and shared cultural experience. AI is brilliant at recognizing patterns, but it fundamentally lacks intent. It doesn't know why it's making something or who it's talking to beyond the immediate prompt. A human artist creating a painting about climate change embeds intentional emotional weight, cultural references, and a deep understanding of the shared human experience of fear or hope. AI can blend images of melting glaciers, but it can't feel the pang of loss necessary to truly communicate that tragedy effectively to a specific audience. A human writer knows the cultural baggage of a specific phrase, the subtle shift in dialogue that signals betrayal, or the historical context needed to make a period piece land. AI's attempts at deep cultural commentary often feel shallow or derivative because they lack a lived-in perspective. The art of the happy accident and serendipity. True creative genius often stems from accidents, the paint splatter that transforms a piece, the typo that births a new word, or the sudden unplanned deviation in a storyline that unlocks a profound truth. AI systems are designed to minimize error and optimize output based on input parameters. They are pathfinders, not wilderness explorers. Human creativity, conversely, thrives on serendipity. We recognize the value in the unintended deviation. We pivot when an internal emotional logic suggests a better, unforeseen direction. AI without specific training or prompt instruction rarely generates something truly radically new. It remixes the existing. The great leaps of art and literature are typically non-algorithmic. This difference highlights the lasting value of human innovation. The rise of the centaur creator, human-AI collaboration. The term centaur originally referred to chess players who collaborated with AI. The best centaur teams consistently beat both the best human players and the best AI programs working alone. This model is rapidly becoming the blueprint for the AI job replacement narrative. The centaur creator is someone who wields generative AI tools not as a substitute for skill, but as a hyper-efficient assistant, turning days of work into hours of iteration. AI is the ultimate intern, speed and iteration. Imagine you need 50 banner ads for an A/B test. Creating these manually is a nightmare. Using AI, a single designer can produce those 50 variations, refine the top 5, and get them live in a single afternoon. AI handles the groundwork of production, freeing the human to focus entirely on strategy, client communication, and creative direction. The job title shifts from designer or production artist to creative director, leveraging generative AI tools. The strategic role of the prompt engineer. If AI is the engine, the human is the driver and the map maker. The most valuable skill emerging isn't the ability to draw or write flawlessly, but the ability to communicate with the machine. This is the art of prompt engineering careers. Prompt engineering is the strategic ability to articulate complex, abstract creative goals in precise language that the AI can understand, requiring a deep mix of technical knowledge, critical thinking, and artistic vision. It's less about being a technical artist and more about being a sophisticated artistic choreographer of data. The better the prompt engineer, the better the final output, regardless of the user's manual dexterity. This is the core of human-AI collaboration. Case study, writing your art, a tale of two industries. Let's look specifically at the two fields most targeted by the panic, writing and visual arts. AI and writing. From drafting to idea generation, AI writing tools like ChatGPT are spectacular at producing informational, corporate, or formulaic content. Think basic news summaries, product descriptions, or SEO boilerplate. These areas will see massive automation. However, AI struggles with narrative voice, subtlety, satire, deep character development, and maintaining complex continuity over a long series. A human writer uses AI to overcome blocks, generate 10 different ways my protagonist could ethically betray his best friend. World building, create a detailed breakdown of the 17th century French legal system related to maritime trade. Efficiency, draft initial emails, first-pass technical manuals, or social media summaries of a 500-page book. The final product, the gripping novel, the poignant poem, the definitive investigative report, still requires the human hand for tone, ethical oversight, and emotional scaffolding. Writers become editors of exceptional, semi-generated content. In visual arts, the shift is even more pronounced. AI has fundamentally democratized technical skill. You no longer need 10,000 hours of practice to create a stunning landscape or a stylized portrait. But technical skill was always just the vehicle. The actual art is the concept and the curation. Artists now use AI to explore styles rapidly, generate hundreds of stylistic options for a project in minutes, not weeks, bypass physical constraints, create impossible architecture or fantastical creatures that would be too complex or expensive to render manually or physically. Focus on direction. Instead of spending 80% of their time executing brushstrokes or detailed textures, artists spend 80% of their time perfecting the prompt, curating the best outputs, and integrating them into a final human-directed composition. The artist's role is now less about the brush and more about the vision. The economic shift. Who gets left behind? So if AI doesn't replace the job, who does it replace? It replaces the person whose primary value proposition is basic technical execution and speed without adding unique strategic or conceptual input. The market will rapidly stop paying premium prices for generic stock photography, simple graphic design, or basic informational articles that AI can handle instantly for pennies. Creatives who refuse to adopt AI tools will find their output too slow and too expensive compared to the centaur creator next door. The creatives who will thrive are those who embrace a new skill stack. 1. Critical thinking. analyzing audience needs and market gaps. 2, ethical and legal acumen, navigating copyright, bias, and responsible use of AI data. 3, prompt mastery, speaking the language of the machine. 4, curatorial excellence, knowing which of the AI's 100 generated options is the right one for the client and the message. The future salary premium will be placed on vision and strategic guidance, not just manual labor. This is the essential truth about the AI in creative industries. Conclusion. Embrace the tool, not the fear. Look, the idea that AI is coming for our paintbrushes and keyboards is scary, but it's an outdated narrative. We are not facing a replacement crisis. We are facing an upgrade crisis. The barrier to entry for technical creation is dropping, but the bar for meaningful, intentional, and culturally resonant creation is rising. The only people AI will truly replace are those who choose to operate manually when superhuman tools are available. Instead of viewing AI as competition, view it as the most powerful creative